Us PC flippers and even just budget PC gamers have something to be really excited about, and I can't wait to explain what's been happening in the budget PC marketplace. Let's have a look. Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. So just in case your initial thought is that I'm going to be talking about the simple process of modding an OEM office computer with the side panel, that's not what this video is about. This specific Acer Veriton is packing what I think is the future of budget PC builds and budget PC flips, and no, I'm not talking about that little 250GB spinning hard drive in there either. By the way, if you are rocking a spinning hard drive still or just have important data on any drive type at all, meet the sponsor of today's video, Polar Backup. Today's video is sponsored by Polar Backup, which is a cloud storage solution that I'm currently using to back up all my ZTT assets. That way I have the peace of mind that I'll never lose it. Polar Backup doesn't have those crazy high monthly rates that increase year after year, but instead they offer lifetime payment options, so you just pay once and get your storage for just a single purchase and it lasts forever. Right now they're offering a buy one 5TB plan and get a second 5TB plan for free, and their 5TB lifetime plan is literally cheaper than a 5TB external hard drive on Amazon, which you could end up losing or damaging. This is indeed a cold storage solution like the name suggests, meaning that the retrieval times are a bit longer, but that's why the prices are so low, perfect for archiving data that you don't need instant access to. Polar Backup works on PC and Mac and also includes backup scheduling, file versioning, 256 AES encryption, and you can even add hot storage options to your account if you do need those instant retrieval times. If you want the same peace of mind that I have with my data, then click that first link in the description and remember that you can get 10 terabytes for only the price of 5. Alright, so jumping straight into the important and juicy details of this video, the reason why I think this is the future of used budget gaming PCs is because this is the first super cheap OEM build that I purchased that has not just a 3rd gen Intel CPU, not a 4th gen Intel CPU, but a Skylake Core i5. Yep, I paid just $160 for this on Mercari, and it came with an Intel i5 6500, 8GB of RAM, and that dinky 250GB HDD that I talked about earlier. The reason why I'm so excited is that for years now I've been building Dell Optiplex and HP OEM gaming PC builds. They've worked great, but now that we're starting to see Intel 6th gen in these OEM builds for good prices like this one, I'm super excited. Now don't get me wrong, the i5 6500 isn't the holy grail of gaming, and I'm not saying we should all go run out and buy them right now, but this is a pretty good jump from those normal i5 3570 and i5 4570 builds, as the CPU is much better performing and allows us to jump on the latest DDR4 platform. This means that if you can only afford a budget OEM gaming PC right now, you'll at least be able to take your RAM with you and only leave the CPU and the motherboard behind when you do upgrade in the near future. With that being said, I do want to hop into these benchmarks as quickly as we can so you can see what I'm talking about, but let's wrap up what else I did to this PC to turn it from a Skylake OEM office PC to a pretty baller looking and clean gaming PC.
Clean and baller are my two middle names, man. It's how I do it.
First, I added a GPU, which is definitely required. This super cheap power supply didn't come with any PCIe GPU cable, so I had to find a GPU that gets all the power from the PCIe lane, and the best option still here in late 2020 is the GTX 1650. This specific model is the 4GB Gigabyte 2 fan design, and I actually scooped this up for $110 used on eBay. Now, I will say that GTX 1650s don't go on a ton of sales, even on the used market, probably because people realize that these non-PCIe power cable designs are the best bet for builds like this. So to be honest, I was just very happy with this price point. For storage, I would definitely recommend throwing in a 500GB SSD at the absolute minimum. That'll give you so much more speed just navigating around Windows compared to an HDD. I happen to already have this ADATA SU635 laying around. Nothing special with this model, but the 500GB version usually does sit around $45, so it makes for a good choice. For RAM, this build included a single stick of 8GB only, clocked at 2133 MHz. This obviously isn't ideal, and you can certainly benefit from adding another 8GB stick in there for the future, but for now this will be perfectly fine for a budget build like this. Moving on to the case mod, I've already made multiple videos on how to do this. It's as simple as using a Dremel to cut out a hole in your case side panel and then putting an acrylic side piece behind it, but for this build I actually decided to take the extra step and I applied this car door seal around the edges, and it just makes it look much cleaner. You can find a huge strand of this car door seal on Amazon for just a few bucks, and this is a great way to not only make the mod look look nice and clean, but it also removes the potential to cut yourself after your bang up Dremel cutting job. And finally, the last thing we have here is just a simple SATA powered RGB light strip that can be controlled with this remote. For builds like this, you do need to ensure that you'll have either an extra Molex or SATA power connector to power the light strip. So here's what the final parts this is looking like, and when it's all said and done, you guys know me at this point, I'm just gonna chalk this up to be a $300 gaming PC build, but obviously the more aesthetic parts you throw at it, the more expensive it's gonna be. You absolutely don't need to include an acrylic side panel or RGB strips to make this a capable gaming PC, but with the YouTube algorithm, you know I gotta make it look nice and pretty.
Pretty gaming PCs make the most amount of money, guys. Simple concept.
Jumping straight into the benchmarks, the first game we have here is Fortnite, and in 1080p in pro settings, the 6500 and 1650 were able to crank out an average FPS of 112. For a game like Fortnite, which relies heavily on the CPU, there was indeed a small bottleneck here, but if you were to cap your FPS at your monitor's refresh rate of maybe 60, you'd definitely get a somewhat smoother playing experience.
How long is Fortnite gonna do this stupid Fortnite Mayor's mode or whatever it's called? Nobody likes this. Oh, look at this dude just landed right next to me. What's your problem? It must be your first ever game of Fortnite, son. This Shadow Army, whatever. I don't even know what this is called, but it's just... There's no way people like this. This is so dumb. I hate this game with a passion. Where in the world did he go? There he is. Oh, sit down, son. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, I can kill those things. Imagine that. Oh, there's somebody. That's a real person. I got no health, but I'm going for it. I'm done. Fortnite section's over.
Next up was Rainbow Six Siege, and in 1080p with very high settings, I got a very nice average FPS of 150 using the built-in benchmarking tool. Rogue Company followed up after that. Can you guys let me know down in the comment section if any of you are enjoying this game like I am? And in 1080p with low settings, I got a 107 average FPS. After that was the GPU demanding Borderlands 3. Both the CPU and the GPU were sitting around 90 to 100% during the benchmark for this one, and in 1080p low settings, I got a 66 FPS average. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was up after that, and in 1080p low, I got a 92 FPS average, and this was actually pretty smooth during an online multiplayer match. I did not test in Warzone though, because I absolutely hate it, as you guys already know.
All right, we're adding some Call of Duty to the mix. Let's go. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just stop. Why does everybody have a pumpkin head? I got him though. I got his pumpkin head. This dude, sit down. Camper, go figure. Look at that guy. This is why Call of Duty's a mess. Both of you. Dude, I had 0 health and I still killed you. The pumpkin heads just like give people's position away. Like, that's a huge disadvantage. Look, I can spot them from a mile away. This is crazy. Dude, stop camping. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, get up and go kill somebody. Here, I'll show you how to do it. You just lead forward, push through, and get the kill. That's how you do it. Stop camping. All day, man. I could do this all day.
Following that, we have Far Cry New Dawn, and in 1080p medium settings, using the normal built-in benchmarking tool, I got an FPS average of 58, and for this one, both the GPU and CPU were pegged to 100% almost the entire time. Counter-Strike Global Offensive was up after that. Obviously, this is more of a CPU demanding game, and in 1080p in pro settings, I got 184 frames per second.
Is today gonna be a sniping day, or... Okay, that solves that. Okay, definitely a sniping day, even feeling it on the chickens. I'm on. Oh, look at this, I got you. Oh, okay. If you want to do the work, I'll get the chicken. Oh my God, are you serious? Sit down. And you sit down too. I'm feeling a nice snipe right here, watch. Boom, this guy's gotta be... I'll take care of it, ma'am. I'm even testing out new peripherals here. Headshot. Yes, I do know that he wasn't playing. But this guy? Free kills. Oh, hello. No scope. Why are there so many people not playing? I'm just racking up the headshots. So is that guy. Just getting spawn killed left and right here. By that dude. Hello. Oh, that was nice. Needless to say, we've been... Oh, how did I miss that? Don't miss twice. Never have, never will. Double kill.
And for our last gaming benchmark, we have Valorant. Still thinking about going pro in this one, and in 1080p and medium settings, I got 136 frames per second, and this one played buttery smooth.
Saving the best for last. Valorant is up. Off to a great start. Let's go. Somebody else want this? Oh, nasty headshot to kick things off. You just love to see the headshots early and often, man. That's how we do it. It's all day. And for you keyboard warriors out there, yes, I understand that not all of these kills are headshots. I can see the difference. Stop typing. However, this is about to be a headshot. Cut that one out. Who am I even telling to cut that part out of the video? I do. God, I'm trying to talk here. Yep. Why wasn't I sniping this whole time? This is what you call automatic.
Finally, just like always, we have 3D Marks times by benchmark, and this $300 Skylake-based OEM gaming PC cranked out a score of 3,308. As always, be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you think about the future of these budget OEM builds. Feel free to head on over to our ZTT Discord server if you need some help with your next gaming PC or gaming PC flip. And finally, I hope you enjoyed this video.